A terrible wildfire raged across local towns in the state of Hawaii, wreaking great havoc and taking the lives of 67 people. The normally tranquil state of Hawaii was thrown into disarray as a result of the fire. The surprising news that the warning sirens were not activated during this terrible catastrophe was revealed by the authorities in a recent announcement. Residents and disaster management specialists are questioning the efficacy of the state's disaster management mechanisms as a result of the absence of an early warning as well as the severity and speed with which the fire spread. The terrible impacts of the wildfire, the reasons for the failure to activate warning sirens, and the ramifications for disaster preparedness in the future are all discussed in this article. The wildfire that was let loose. The wildfire, which is thought to have been started by a lightning strike during a heavy thunderstorm, rapidly spread throughout numerous communities on the island while it was being fueled by the heavy winds. Within a few short hours of the fire's original ignition, it had spread over the surrounding area, destroying homes, woodlands, and open areas as it went. Because of the magnitude of the firestorm, the local firefighters depended significantly on air support to assist them in extinguishing the flames. As the wildfire quickly advanced towards the houses and neighborhoods of the residents, they were taken aback and caught off guard. Many of the locals had not been given any notice about the impending calamity, which caused them to experience panic and confusion as they struggled to flee their homes before the fire destroyed them and their belongings. The heartbreaking cost of it all. The aftermath of the wildfire shows a horrifying death toll of 67 victims, including brave emergency workers who lost their life battling the flames. The death toll includes local citizens who were attempting to escape the blaze. A large number of survivors, many of whom are suffering from serious burns and smoke inhalation, are receiving care from medical personnel. The town has suffered a terrible loss, and the community's spirit has been shattered. The road to rehabilitation will be long and difficult. The lack of sound produced by dangerous sirens. The fact that warning sirens were not activated in the course of this calamity is becoming the focus of a great deal of attention. Officials in Hawaii have admitted that the sirens, which are the primary method of alerting communities to imminent disasters, were not activated, which resulted in locals being uninformed of the impending threat and preparing for it. The officials of the state have pointed to a number of different issues as contributors to this failure. There have been some suggestions made as to what may have caused the sirens to become silent, including problems with old technology. In addition, the absence of a standardized process for the broadcast of alerts and inadequate training among the individuals responsible for sounding alarms have both been recognized as factors that contributed to the incident. Because of this failure, severe doubts have been raised about the overall preparedness of the state in terms of disaster management. The implications for the preparation of emergency situations. The state's infrastructure for disaster preparedness was shown to have serious faults due to the fact that warning sirens were not functioning during the wildfire crisis. This event ought to act as a defining moment for the authorities in Hawaii to completely reevaluate and reform their emergency response processes. To begin, there is an immediate need to begin taking measures to enhance the functionality of the warning siren systems and to improve their upkeep. During the upgrades, there should be an emphasis placed on incorporating cutting-edge technology that mitigates the risk of technical failures and guarantees uninterrupted operation during times of crisis. In addition, training programs need to be run on a consistent basis in order to educate and prepare the employees who operate these systems. The second thing that needs to be done is to set up efficient communication methods. It is not enough to rely exclusively on warning sirens. Instead, a mix of public broadcasting, emergency alert systems, and smartphone applications should be used to reach the greatest number of people feasible. In addition, activities centered on community education and readiness ought to be given top priority. Instructions on how to safely manage wildfires, how to safely evacuate residents, and how to create defensible space must be provided to the local population. People in the community should participate in regular drills and exercises to ensure that they are ready to respond appropriately in the event of an emergency. The catastrophic wildfire in Hawaii, which was aggravated by the inability to activate warning sirens, has resulted in an unfathomable number of fatalities and enormous amounts of property damage. The event highlights the critical and immediate need for Hawaii to undergo extensive systemic changes to its disaster management systems. The implementation of cutting-edge technology, the training of staff, the improvement of communication channels, and the promotion of community readiness will be essential measures moving forward. It is imperative that lessons be drawn from this unfortunate event in order to forestall the occurrence of consequences of a similar magnitude in the future. The only way for Hawaii to have any hope of reducing the effects of natural disasters and protecting its inhabitants is to take preventative steps.